I'm Eric Lavillonniere. I'm working for Mitsubishi Electric for several years. I'm involved in standardization about trend and also working in software engineering project and research which use artificial intelligence and formal methods. In this presentation, I will use the 2D case of a global navigation satellite system and see how artificial intelligence can be useful for this. Two technology will be used, so genetic algorithms and neural network. And with this example, we can see the benefits and drawbacks of these two technologies. So, satellite is useful for railways because friend location has many uses in a railway intelligence system, but with different precision requirements. So, for example, you have ERTMS. For example, level 3 ERTMS satellite is very important. We can use it for fleet dispatcher information, passenger information, dangerous good tracking, or more precise, selective door opening. So the object to be detected depends on the service. It could be the train, or a locomotive, or even a worker on the track. Global navigation satellite system offer low cost, localization solution, but with this technology, we need to have precision and speed of computation. So if we put some mathematical description of the problem, it's rather easy. You have several satellites. For each satellite, you have an equation to compute the distance to the satellite. We have two ways of computing it. So the first way is using a synchronized clock, and you use the speed of the light. So it's a term on the right. It's a pseudo range, which is computed with this. And the other way of computing the distance is using the exact position of the satellite. And with this equation, with at least 3 satellites, even 4 because you have a bias. So with 4 satellites, you should be able to compute your position on the Earth. So there are 2 issues to solve this system of equation. The pseudo range are biased. So as you can see on the right, on the slide, you have problem of time synchronization between the clocks. You have problem of orbital precision, of some delay, some receiver noise on multipass. So that is why it's not so easy. The simple equations are not so easy to solve. This problem has been studied since a long time. So there have been some solutions, so for example, iterative solution. But there is a problem of latency and sensitivity to local minima. Or there is also some other way of solving it with direct linearization. But also for this, there is a non-accuracy. And due to the difficulty to linearize the system and that you have multiple overdetermined set of equations because you have more than 4 satellites, so it's not so easy to solve the system. So at Mitsubishi, we decided to view this problem in another angle, and so we decided to use both genetic algorithm and neural network and to try to see if it can help to solve this problem. So as you remember, genetic algorithm is a mimic real life. It starts for a population of individuals which are randomly selected. Each individual code the characteristic, the parameter you want to solve. So you starting for this initial population, you create new individuals. So first, by crossover, you have 2 individuals and you take characteristics of both individual. So it's like having, when in the real life you have children with parents. The other way to create new individuals is you have some characteristic and you randomly change the characteristics. So you have a starting population, you use crossover, mutation, and you at the end you select some individual from the new population so as to have the same number at the starting point. And for selecting the individual, you use a fitness function, which an individual with a better fitness value will have a better chance to be in the next population. So, for the satellite positioning, our individuals have the data to be sorted. It's the position, your position, and it's the bias. And the values of fitness function is the difference between the, as I said at the beginning, the two types of distance computation, either by the clock or by the absolute position. So in our case, we have 1,000 individuals, and we use also some other optimization algorithm during mutation to improve conversions. So as a result, we have tried this technology on this example, and we found that after when we have used 4 satellites, the precision, as expected, start to be very good, and after 5 satellites, it's really good. But the problem with genetic algorithm is that it's not very fast. So when you use this, it takes around 30 seconds to find your position. So it's not very fast, but it's on general. This has been done on general purpose processor. But if you would like to use it in an industrial situation, you will use specialized computation. And for example, you will parallelize all the computation because genetic algorithms are very easy to parallelize. So this was the first approach. Second approach is the neural network. Neural network, as you can see on the figure on the right, you have some inputs. The input go to some intermediate neuron, and the input are summed with some weight. The weight can be found with an automatic learning process, and we have some interesting theorem which has been proved, is that any continuous function can be modeled by a neural network. So maybe it's not the usage of neural network you see in the press. Now we want to use it only to simulate a continuous function. And this is this property that we want to use in this case. And there is even another theorem which proves that if you have n-dimensional input variables, you can simulate this continuous function with n+1 layer neural network. So this, in our case, this is very interesting. So with this approach, the first idea, you have the satellite position, you have the pseudo-range, so all the inputs, and you want to determine the user position and the bias, which are the unknown quantities. But in fact, we try this, of course, but until now, we have rather mid performance. So not totally explained, but it was not working very well. So when you increase training data, it improves, but it's not very good. So maybe it's related to the large distance dynamics you are using, and this problem is still understood. But we devised another way. So the same neural network, but we computed some other input data. So we use the traditional way of computing the position with no bias. So we get some initial position with this computation. So we feed this to the neural network, We also fit the launch and the satellite position. And we get, now we don't get the absolute position, but we get a relative position to the first computed position, and we get some gas. And this time, it has worked very well. We will see the results in 2 slides, but it worked very well. So, as an information, our neural network can see 32 satellites. When the satellite is invisible, to 0. We have 3 linears, so we have the number here, 1024 neurons, 256 and 54. We use also some specific optimizer, and we have used some specific function. And we train our neural network on discrete set of latitude and longitudes and random guess. So now we have the results. So on top, so here you have the different gas. In the top here you have the results with the direct computation done taking into the gas. So you can see when the gas is increasing, the distance on the left is in kilometers. So you have more than 200 meters approximation, so it's not very good. But on the bottom, you can see the result with the neural network. And the result is that the mean error is around 1 meter. On the bottom figure, you can see that the network was trained on some specific latitude position. And it can predict the position anywhere. And also you have the same precision, which is around 1 meter. So that's it. As a conclusion, with this specific problem, we can see the use of these 2 technologies. But that was the purpose of this presentation. First, you have genetic algorithm. So this technology is good because you have no training to use it. And with it, when you express your problem, the system of equation for your problem, you don't need to solve it mathematically. You only use the genetic algorithm of the system equation with no approximation, with no solving to be done, and the genetic algorithm can find a solution for you. But the problem is that it can take time. On the other side, there is a neural network, which, as it has been proved, can be considered as a transfer function. If the solution is found with it, it's very quick because, as I've shown you on the picture, computing when you have found the neural network, it's only computing some inputs and writing them, and you have the result. So it's very quick. But the drawback is that you have to find the good timing set so that you find the good way. And it's also every time for neural networks, it's difficult to verify the system. So that's our experience on this technology. And that's all.